So ultimately, I realized that I was trying to seek something. A lot of times when I went out, I was trying to see if there was going to be an attractive woman. If there wasn't, let's go to the next bar. Or when I go to the beaches, it was the same thing. Versus just respecting women and just understanding that we're all people. We all have families. We all grew up as children. We're all bones underneath, in a sense, and not really trying to get anything out of it, but more of like enjoying the person for who they are, someone with their own story. And there's way more about that I could go into, but let's jump back into the DUI story of the van. I rent it for 800 bucks is how much it cost, and that's when I get there. He says, if you ever need, like, it's on a sliver in Mission Beach. He said the cops won't be worrying you, but if for whatever reason they do, just let us know and we'll move it back. And yeah, I go to play beer pong that night because there's a beer pong tournament. One of the things that place didn't work out is that there was nowhere to write my book. There's not a single place to charge my laptop in regards to my book. And I was still doing that with one arm because I had like stabbings going into my left side, like a bunch of stabbings everywhere. It was bad. It was also periodic, which sucked because sometimes it would be there and sometimes it would be gone. It would be gone for an hour or two and then come back strong for 3 hours. And so it wasn't like it was persistent that I'd gotten used to it. It was more like I got freedom and then it just came back out of nowhere. And so I'm in the van, and that night I thought that it'd be fine, that the little fan thing wasn't working. He said it wasn't going to work, the air that pulls the air out. It was the worst thing ever because this metallic toxic smell built up, and it was bad, heavy. And I just remember it was so bad that I cracked every window open and no air would flow through. And so I had to sleep almost with my head right by like the cracked window and every once in a while a breath of fresh air would flow through from the ocean. And that would be my source of like, oh, I finally breathed fresh air. But I couldn't handle it. I quite literally think I might have died that night. That's how bad it was. And the second I stepped out of the van, I got a wave of fresh air, and I was like, oh my God, like there is a huge difference. Has to be incredibly unhealthy. And so essentially I had to use the restroom, but there's no toilet paper. So I have to go drive my car to a gas station, go number there, and then drive back. And then I ended up sleeping in my car because the van was just not suitable without the fan thing working. And the next morning I tell him, like, hey man, like this just ain't working out for me. I felt like death. And he doesn't I asked him for a refund. It's only been one day. I thought I'd get some, and he only gives me like 200 bucks, I think, out of the 800. So there goes like a good half, if not more than half, of the money I raised from a paycheck that I had left.